I'm Kevin Burton, and we farm here in Fulton County, Indiana. And my dad started the farming operation here when he graduated high school, kind of started off on his own, and it's been growing ever since. We started using Stine soybeans and corn back when we had cyst nematodes back in the 90s, and Stine had the genetics to take care of that problem, and why buy it off of another competitor when they're buying the traits off of Stine themselves. Corn started a little bit later in the 95s, and we've been using it ever since. We've had some different competitors off and on throughout the season, but we just chose to kind of stick with Stine. It's been doing very well for us. We're currently 100% with Stine genetics. We plant about 1,000 acres of corn and 300 acres of soybeans each year. When we started on the corn planter program looking into this, our district sales manager took myself out to Iowa, and I looked at the corn out there, and I came home and said, we got to do this. And everybody's like, yeah, right, it'll blow over, you know, and that type of thing. And I finally got my dad and brother out in the cornfield. And once they were out there, it wasn't 10 minutes, and they decided we need to do this. And then we had to get the bookkeeper on board, which is my mom. We got to prove to her that it's feasible, that it's going to work, and why we're coming through this way. We got her out in the cornfield, and she went there 5 minutes, and she said, okay, let's do it. Some of the populations that we've planted this year, we've done several trials ranging from 39,000 clear up to 52,000. So far what we've seen, 48,000 seems to be our best economical return. The HP corn really seems to stand up well here for us as far as the root system and the stalk strength. Spreading them plants out and giving them all more equal distance spacing, it just makes a lot of sense logically. And so we're seeing probably around a 15% yield increase on our corn side. So I appreciate Stine Seed and the fact that they are a family-owned business, and by having that, if they want to do something, they can just do it. They don't have to go to their board of directors and spend 3 months trying to get something through. They sit down around the table, just like what we do every morning, and make a decision and go with it. It's cost a lot of money to change, but you know, it's the way of the future, and 200 bushel corn in the future isn't going to be enough. It may be enough today, but you won't be in business 50 years with 200 bushel corn. But it all starts with a mental change, and people have got to be willing to accept that maybe what they're doing isn't the best out there, that there is always new things coming out and new ways, and things have to change in order to improve operations. You just can't keep maintaining doing what you're doing. But you know, a company to back you and back the farmer tells you that they value the farmer. And you know, the farmer's what they built their business on and what they're going to have to continue building their business on. And the only way for them to build their business is for the small farmer to build his business. I think that this is the path to 300 bushel corn. And I think it's the way of the future to feed the world. I choose Stine because of the family background and the genetic selection that they have. I think they're headed in the right direction for the future.